Today I'm going to be reviewing my most recent purchase, and that is the Vivobarefoot Addis shoes. If you're looking for a smart pair of barefoot pumps, then keep watching because I'm going to be telling you all about why these are so amazing. These are a junior size and they're also secondhand. Hi, welcome back to Red Curl Vegan. Thanks for joining me in today's video. If you're new here, my name is Meg. If you've already visited my channel, then you'll know that I've been making some videos recently on barefoot shoes. This is a new part of my life and a new journey that I'm currently on. I now have another pair that I can't wait to talk to you all about today. I'm going to be running through some of the benefits of them and why I love them so much. Also maybe some of the downsides, although there was only one, and what they're replacing. So let's get right into the video. So just a small forewarning before we get into the video. If you do hear any background noise, I do apologise. There is a lot of construction work going on around my house at the moment. Sadly, it's been going on for months and it starts first thing in the morning, goes on all the way until late in the afternoon and 6 days a week. So it's really limiting me as to when I can film in peace and quiet. So I just wanted to forewarn you, there's not a lot I can do about it. Hopefully it won't be too disturbing. So these are the Addis, my most recent Vivobarefoot purchase. I'm absolutely in love with them already. I got these a couple of weeks ago on the Revivo website. So they are leather, but they're secondhand. If you've watched my videos in the past, then you'll know that even as a vegan, I'm happy to buy used leather. And these are a junior size 39 or UK 6. Now the simple reason for buying a junior pair of shoes is because they were £30 cheaper than the adult version. So here's a good tip for you. If you size anything below a UK 6, then go and check out their kids section. The range of designs and styles isn't as wide as the adult version. They've only got a few in kind of larger sizes, if that makes sense, but you basically are getting exactly the same thing and you're saving yourself money at the same time. So it's always worth going and checking out. I was a little bit worried as to whether they would size slightly too small just because they're made for a child's foot instead of an adult foot, but they literally fit me like a glove. So I'm so glad that I spotted these, and they are so comfortable. They're so comfortable, so I'm so pleased. They do a couple of other colours as well. So in the adult version they do navy, black, concrete, which is like a cream colour, and also brown. I've got my eye on a brown pair for my next kind of replacement. Unfortunately they don't do a brown pair in the junior size, so I'm going to have an adult size, but yeah, they're really worth keeping an eye on. So I'm just going to run through with you, I guess, the look and the design of them and what I like about them, and then the benefits of wearing them. So obviously this is my favourite colour, khaki green, so these were a bit of a must-have for me. And I also like the addition of the elasticated laces. I'm wondering whether this is for the purpose of making it easier for children to put them on, but I really appreciate this and I think it's really, really cool. The other thing that I really like that I think is really funky is this sole, which is like an imprint of a bare foot. So whilst you can't see this whilst you're walking on them, I think it's a really funky kind of addition. I think it makes them look really unique as well. The other thing that I like is this stitching here that you can see, and I also like the fact that this gum sole kind of carries on up past the ankle like this. I think this makes them really quite quirky. It makes the design of them look really unique. I like that it kind of follows all the way up to there, and these are handmade in Ethiopia, so they've got the little Ethiopian 3D outline here as well, which I think is a really nice touch. And then they've got the generic Vivobarefoot branding here, which I don't know if you can see that on camera, and then the outline imprint of the logo in there as well. So that's kind of the aesthetics of them. And I will be honest, I was quite worried a couple of months ago coming into this barefoot shoe journey that I wouldn't be able to find replacements that I was happy with for my old conventional pumps. So I did a video recently, a couple of weeks ago now, on a major declutter that I did, and I got rid of 17 pairs of shoes. But I'll be honest, I did get a bit anxious at the start of my barefoot journey because I was worried that I wouldn't be able to find styles or designs that I thought were attractive enough or that would be good replacements. And you know, you have to enjoy what you're wearing, you have to like the look of something. Whilst barefoot shoes are obviously much more beneficial for your health, you've still got to like what they look like. And I still own a couple of pairs of pumps that I like the look of. I'm not prepared to get rid of them yet, so I'm still looking for replacements for those. But these shoes are actually replacing these ones down here. So these are a generic conventional pair of pumps. These are from Primark, so they're not good quality and they're not ethically made and they're not good for your feet. And the main reason I'm going to show now, so you can see the difference, if you're interested in a pair of Addis or barefoot shoes in general, then the main difference you'll notice is the toe box. So I hope that you can see this here. The toe box of the conventional ones is really narrow, it's really restrictive, and it almost kind of goes into a V shape, into a point at the end. And this is not the natural shape of our feet, so that's a huge difference. Whereas you can see here, the toe box of the barefoot ones is a lot wider. It's straight here on the big toe side. It's also rounded out on the outer side where the little toe is. So, you know, that prevents things like bunions and squishing your toes together. So the difference is really, really noticeable. This is the natural shape of our toes and our feet, and this is completely unnatural. And then the other reason being the soles, of course. So whilst these are quite flexible, they're still really, really thick, so your foot is off of the ground, it's not in touch with the floor beneath you, which is really important. I've said this in lots of previous videos for sending messages to our brain, and also in terms of balance as well, and not allowing the feet to get lazy, or the muscles in our feet to get lazy. So yeah, that's the main reason for replacing those. And so these are super comfortable. I've worn them a couple of times now. I really enjoy wearing them without socks for the full kind of barefoot feel as well. It doesn't feel like you've got anything on your feet, and I've said this about the Primus Trail FGs that I bought as my very first pair a couple of months ago. It doesn't feel like you've got anything on. They just feel so comfortable. They don't rub, they don't dig anywhere, and they're super flexible. And the infamous barefoot shoe roll, you know, they're just amazing. I absolutely love them. So now to move on to the slight downside of them, and this has nothing to do with the design or the shoe itself or the function of the shoe, but because they're from the Revivo website, they were used previously. I think these are a grade excellent, so they've been given brand new soles, which is amazing, and I think they're in brilliant condition. I'm really happy with the condition, but the only thing that I noticed when I bought them was this staining in the back here. Now I don't know if you can see this. I'm really hoping up close that you can. I don't know if this is showing very well on camera, but there is some staining in the back of the heel here, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but I basically think that this was blood. So I think what happened is the previous owner will have been rubbed at the back here, and it will have given them a blister or something. I'm not concerned about hygiene, so I'll just point that out. These are fully cleaned and refreshed before they sell them on, so I'm not worried about that. This is just purely aesthetic staining, and you can't see it when the shoe is on. But basically there was kind of like a knobbly bit here, like some hardened material in the stitching, and I think that's what happened. It just rubbed them and it caused them to bleed. So I thought, oh god, I'm gonna have to send them back, and I really didn't want to because I'd saved so much money and they're so comfortable. I really didn't want to send them back, but I thought, well, the same thing's going to happen to me, you know, if that's happened to the previous person, and you could feel it, so I could see why. And because I didn't want to send them back, I basically just got a nail file. I was a bit worried about doing this because I didn't want to affect the stitching, but I basically just filed down the bit of hard material that was there, and I fixed the problem. So I'm really, really happy. They don't rub anymore. They feel exactly the same as the other side. I can't feel any rubbing when I wear them, so I'm really glad that I fixed that problem. I will be honest, it's something that I didn't expect. I understand that they're used, but I would have preferred that they kind of didn't turn up with that kind of fault to that extent. But yeah, I sorted it out and I've got to keep them. They're £30 cheaper and they're super, super comfortable, so I didn't want to send them back. As with my Primus Trail FGs, you know, you can feel the ground beneath you, you can feel stones and ridges in the floor, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. So like I say, if you're looking for a smart pair of pumps, this is a really great way to go. I think they kind of look like bowling shoes, but I really, really like them. They go with all the colours in my wardrobe, so I have a very minimal colour scheme. I have just a handful of colours, and these match perfectly. This is my favourite colour. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with them. If there's anything that you'd like to know more specifically, just let me know in the comments section down below. If you're interested in a pair yourself, or you already have experience of wearing them, I'd love to chat about barefoot shoes or anything really. Of course, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did find it useful, and share it with anybody that you think it might be helpful for. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell to see more updates on new videos from myself. In the meantime, take care and stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!